Alright, so we've gone ahead and put half-inch maple plywood in for our bulkhead here. It's 46 and 3/8 across. We use pocket holes and pocket screws and carpentry glue all through there. We went out and got these 1-inch screws, these Craig screws, because what you'll see in our test here is the 1 1/4 goes right through. So if you're joining half-inch and half-inch material, you're biting into half-inch, that the 1 1/4 screws will go straight through that. So watch for that. And we used the standard, this is a 3/8 bit that comes with the Craig jig, and that'll do these half-inch pilot holes just fine. So yep, onto the counters. If you forget to pocket hole the top of a board, you might have to run your jig upside down. Oops. One thing we noticed when we were putting the bulkhead in down here was that our walls actually, this one leaned a little that way and this one leaned a little that way as well. So we were trying to squeeze that bulkhead in there, make it work, and the bulkhead ended up helping with just kind of straightening this out a bit, and it's still a little, this square is showing that it's a little bit off still, but as we add cabinetry and stuff and we secure this this countertop and all that in there, it's gonna sort of square off and solidify. So that's partially the work of these pocket screws and cabinet glue and all that kind of stuff. So we'll make a right mess of that, and hopefully it'll all be secure and relatively square. I think it's been very valuable so far to have a template like this. This is where we traced out all of our insulation holes and our door hole and stuff like that. So now we're putting in cabinetry and bulkheads and stuff like that. So we know exactly where the solid material is going to be, so we know where to how far we can go if we're pushing a bulkhead forward or back or something like that. So probably a good thing to do if you're making one at home. So to make sure we've got our cabinets in the right spot and stuff like that, we just took a 8-foot long length of string, and we're checking our outer skin, and we also taped it down low there to check the inner skin to make sure that the inner skin's going to go past the inside cabinets, and then there will be kind of an exposed ceiling in there that will kind of seal up or run wires down through there anyways, stuff like that. And the string comes all the way back here to there it is up there. So we've got extra room. We're planning on putting our back wall there, so looks like we've got more than enough space to fit everything. So it's a good little tip, I think. Alright, so what we got here is our max fan, and we've gone and clamped our template onto the outside wall here. And on the template, I marked out where I thought spars might end up going, and where the fan, the vent or fan or whatever, the skylight window or sun, what's it called, stargazer window, I believe, where that's going to go. And we know where the cabinetry is going to go too. So now I'm going to make some markings here and transfer or move some things around, see where we need 2x2s, and the rest of it's going to use these 1x2s for spars. So that's what we're doing now. Alright, so for our window, we created a a frame here with some spars, and this is 9.25 by 40.25. That fits our trim ring. We already test fit that. That's all glued up and ready to go on. But because we're running our wiring through the ceiling, we don't have a lot of room here. We're gonna screw in here we're gonna use a 1.5 inch screw instead of the 2-inch screw, and we should have a room for a couple of 3/8 inch holes drilled in. So these are a little close, but I did this up just to test. We can fit this is a 14.2, I think, Romex. We got some of that coming, some extra coming to run outlets to the back, and these are 14 gauge wires, so I'm able to run at least 2 circuits or well, probably 3 circuits through that through here. So I should have more than enough. I already went and drew out our electrical, and I think we're gonna have about 7 circuits. And so we put spars here, a couple of 2x2s just to block that up nice and strong, and we're gonna have our wires coming out about here into our box and run them up and along. Our window will be here, and we'll have to split out some of the wiring to make everything fit nice. So here we go. Alright, so all our spars are done here. You can see we drilled our holes for wiring every 2 inches, and so we know not to drive any nails into the wiring. And when we get up to the window, we split that across. We have two on the right and 2 on the left to get our wiring all the way to the back. And so now we'll move on to some more cabinetry, do some wiring, and put the ceiling on, or the headliner on the inside.